event or something that has been your favorite look ever?
I mean, I can remember a few that I liked, but I think the best look from my life.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and
Ernie.
I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too.
With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Marc Gasol is out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Wall, and it's Red in at the 2 spot. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
No, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game. We were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. There's something about opening night. It's just special, and no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve, even as much your last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent, even in year 14, 15.
Here's Curry, following the basket by John Wall, and no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Kobe against Red, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
He dishes to Griffin. With a screen for Griffin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap's checking for Robert Covington. Griffin kicks to Curry. Over Wall. That's short off the rim.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Pass to McHale. And here's Wall. Aldridge is covering. Now Millsap. From outside the arc, trains the three-pointer.
And the defense has to play up on him. Millsap too good to just let him catch and fire.
Curry passes to Griffin. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Bryant wide open. He shoots an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now, here is Red. Outside Millsap. Passes it to Gasol. The kick out to Wall. 5 to shoot. Millsap a screen on Griffin. He used that pick to perfection. Wall's got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
To the inside. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. A floater, and it's Wall. That time the assist by Michael Red. And it's 7 points for John Wall.
Well, the pace, the big plays they're making, this is a statement run right here.
Hard to remember the last time they've missed. These guys are having fun right now.
That misses would have counted had it gone in.
Marc Gasol working so hard on defense, making sure he gets himself in the airspace of shooters.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Williams is out there with Perkins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Farrell in at the shooting guard position.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
This is strange. Last season, the Spurs finished out of the top 10 in field goal percentage for the first time in a decade.
Now, here's Zubac. Williams kicks to Perkins. Clock at 6. Rebound, San Antonio. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And Bahamute, the pass to Millsap. Screen by Bahamute. And here's Fournier. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Turner. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Turner's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Spurs. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Steve, when you think about the Spurs, you think great passing and total efficiency.
The talent level dropped for various reasons, and the ball movement wasn't as crisp. Makes it harder to put the ball in the cylinder.
Julius Randle's checked in for Williams. San Antonio also making some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Denzel Valentine in for John Wall. Now here is Augustine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Zubac. 13 feet away. And Randle throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. There's the pass to Fournier. Screen by Bahamute. Back to Valentine. Outside Fournier. Turner with the screen for Fournier. And the Spurs scoring again.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Randle outside. Farrell kicks to Augustine. Pass to Randle. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. There's a good screen. Shoots off the screen. Here's Randle. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Zubac. Blake Griffin comes in for Sam Perkins. Kobe's checked in for Yogi Ferrell. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Augustine. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Valentine kicks to Gasol. With the floater. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, amazing. Mark was drafted 48 overall. Even after his brother Powell was drafted 3rd overall. Might have put a chip on Mark's shoulder. And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Drummond with a screen on rim. Here's Curry. The teardrop falls in. Curry's got his first points of the game.
The floater is a tough shot, and Stephen Curry has mastered it.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead, heading into the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie, it was all about San Antonio as the game got going. They didn't wait long to put together a 9-2 run. They were making a lot of tough plays look easy. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
You got to like their offense efficiency.
And that does it for our half.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at John Wall.
Tú no quieres remover el equipo después que esté en el season ya en la regular con el cual tú no se ha ganado lo que sea. Entonces, ¿qué hay que mejorar?
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Marc Gasol, Wall out there with Michael Redd. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's McHale in at the 4 slot. And finished off by Griffin.
Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Wall. He's got 7. Count it. Wall's got 9. Well, Steve, when it comes down to how this country is developing young players at the amateur level, do you feel winning is overemphasized in relation to individual skill development?
Yeah, I mean, great question, Kevin. I think in youth basketball right now, youth sports, I think so much now is individually rating individual players that are playing a team sports. I want to see more of... I think also guys getting a chance to understand winning is important. A lot of these tournaments, you play 3 or 4 games a day, and it's not so much about winning. I think it has to come down to win or go home. I love that for youth basketball, and then I also love that you're just getting better. And I would love for some of these youth coaches to move these players around. There's a player right now that might be playing the center spot, but let him try to play the guard spot. I think you got to find a way to do that and talk about winning as a team versus individuals.
Smart stuff.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
To the middle, here's Griffin. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McHale against Aldridge. Gasol a screen. Here's Covington. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Spurs lead by 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the inside. Here's Drummond. Good work defensively by Gasol.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Here's Redd, and it's San Antonio with another.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Aldridge is straight. Curry gets to Bryant. His first shot coming late. No good on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. A nice shot by Wall.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Kobe against Redd. Curry on the wing. And here is Drummond over Gasol. And Gasol sends it back. And so it's San Antonio in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. San Antonio leading by 9. They've got Kobe. Perkins out there with Griffin. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Farrell in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Turner dishes to Valentine. Outside Fournier. Pocket 6. Here's Millsap. The rebound by the Lakers.
knew that's the one. When you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them, late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
Now, Valentine. The three. Good on the triple. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Timeout called the Lakers. Stephen Curry's checked in for Los Angeles. Michael Redd's checked in for San Antonio. Ball comes in for Valentine. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. And we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Red against Bryant. Over Red. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Down low. Deflects the pass. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Ryan in the post, guarded by Red. Los Angeles with another miss.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Ball against Curry. Back to Fournier. Turner with the screen for Fournier. Shoots over Griffin. Bryant with the rebound.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down.
No puede hacer mucho campo y vaina y hacer porquería, porque mira ahí Rafael contra buen equipo y está luciendo como son un niño de teta.
The Spurs also changing it up. Marcus All's checked in for Turner. Makeo comes in for Paul Millsap. And Robert Covington subbed in for Fournier. First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for Drummond. Julius Randle comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Marvin Williams is checked in for Blake Griffin. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Steph Curry. Williams against Covington. Screen by Baamute. He used that pick to get in close. Covington's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Bryant passes to Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
Here's Ward. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
I swear I was stalling like Steve Austin. Sauce it down. Do too much. Where you from? Throw it up. Going nuts. Going down, down, down.
They took it to 10. I got coach calling. The young Shekels fall. Where's Ollie with them? I be ballin' like a pro. I be ballin' like my brother Mo. Check West, I ain't a Joe. Steph West, stay with you. Go around and get. I got coach calling. The young Shekels fall. Where's Ollie with the I be ballin' like a pro. I be ballin' like my Mo. Check West got so many flows. I do it all. Call me Drake. Oh. Yeah, Shaq West said I'm getting really rich. See how I got it, cause I'm really with. See me in the streets and I be really with a bad, straight rock, straight see me when they see me, they be. I'm the best. Coming, got it. Yeah, Shaq West, I'm like the green goblin. I got calling. The young Shekels fall. rich with my bros. And she ain't even let you know. Nice. Talking about Kizaga. And my 1-6, man. I lead a day trip. Talking about. Yeah, shit. Let's just do it on the go.
Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. Well, it makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's looking alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And four, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. I keep pushing forward, but he keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. Now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never learned. He doesn't love me, so I tell myself, why do? One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling 'cause he's f***ing alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And four,
Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. And for Utah, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And an interesting road for Quinn Snyder. Once the golden child, then the outcast, bounced around coaching the game he loves, but Shaq, he has made a stand.
We've got a capacity crowd inside Vivint Smart Home Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. It's East versus West here in Salt Lake City. The Jazz hope to put on a show for this home crowd. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half-court. So you'll see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting to the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Derrick Rose is out there with Allen. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Boozer. And it's Shaq in at the center. Now, here is Weber after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. Chalk up two there.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
Gay against Carter. Gay dishes to O'Neal. Conley against Rose. Just 5 to shoot. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Well, Kevin, that's simply about feel, right? Derrick Rose in pick-and-roll situations has such a good feel for the right decision.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Carter. 1:44 left in the first. Irving against Allen. From downtown, Irving can't get it to go.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Gay against Carter. Elbow shot. Offensive rebound. And O'Neal gets it to go. Shaq's got his first 2 points.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Conley kicks to Weber. The pass to Irving. Over Allen. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Weber.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Now here's Rose. Screened by Boozer. Rudy Gay on the wing, guarded by Weber. Here's Shaq. Weber pulls it in. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And he's good on the 3-ball. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game. Screen by O'Neal. Rose.
Señores, mire, tienen que tener cuidado con la ofensiva. Estoy analizando esa ofensiva de Houston. Y oye, se ve prometedora con Vince Carter y Julius Irving. Y Clooney no es un mal armador. Lo ha demostrado en todos los seasons que ha jugado. Ha sabido armar bien los juegos. El tipo, sé que él no lo hizo sabiendo lo que hizo. Pero miren, mira. Mire quién fue que soltó esa pelota. Fue Julius Irving que falló ahí. Creo que tiene 4 puntos. No sé cuántos puntos tiene ese desgraciado. 4 puntos de una vez. 3 puntos para Vince Carter. Weber, 2 puntos, 2 rebotes, 2 asistencias. Aunque él no lo hizo sabiendo lo que hizo, la porquería de equipo que armó tiene un buen perímetro ofensivo. Y también ha ayudado por el power forward que es Weber.
Ok, Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Brown. He's out there with Siegfried. Weber is out there with Gordon. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. Weber a screen. Here's Siegfried, defended by Jones, and there's the bucket from Siegfried.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
Beasley the screen. Barea with a wide open look, hits it from three-point range. Barea's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That consistency from distance, that's something J.J. Barea has worked on, and you can see the results here.
Weber a screen to the paint. Here's Siegfried. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Siegfried's got 4 this quarter. Now early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a 2-guard, or even a 3-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff. The better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about. The strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
Here's Barea after the basket by Utah. The Jazz making a switch here. Blakeney's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Shaw's checked in for J.J. Barea. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Kicks it out to Jones. Labissiere, the screen, and Shaq with the slam.
And how about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Blakeney. Weber, the pass to Brown. Beasley against Gordon. Just 3 to shoot. Over Labissiere, and Labissiere sends it back.
You have to be cautious when Labissiere is in the area. Those shot blocking skills are superb.
A different look for Utah. Lopez, he's checked in for Weber. Carter comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Mike Conley in for Brown. And then for Charlotte, Boozer, he's checked in for Skal Labissiere. Gay comes in for Malik Beasley. And Allen subbed in for Jones.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Absolutely. You use as much of that ticker as you can. That's just good offense.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here is Shaw. Passes to O'Neal.
Boy, Lopez always so strong on the defensive end. Very hard to get a clean look with him on.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And, big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they had. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting. Ridiculous, fellas. It's amazing that they're still in this game. I think it's going to come down to how bad they want it. I even want it. Ernie, sign me on a 10-day contract right now.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back, everyone. The light rail system here in Salt Lake City carrying people into the downtown area and to our game tonight. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy has been getting it done is Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
I think, Greg, you love it when a role player is able to elevate their game. It makes every team better.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. We've got Rudy Gay, Allen out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Boozer in at the 4 slot. They set the pick. Conley kicks to Carter. Lopez sets a screen for Carter. Here's Weber. He doesn't hit that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Irving kicks to Carter. Lopez, a screen on game. He used that pick just right. Carter's got the game tied up here for Utah.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Rose goes in, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition.
Free throw, good, Rose. And the Jazz with some changes. Gordon's checked in for Carter, and Siegfried subbed in for Mike Conley. Jones checked in for Charlotte. He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances up the line. He's going to cash in.
Stolen by O'Neal. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And that one, good. O'Neal's got 10.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Outside Gordon. Lopez a screen. Irving kicks to Weber. Second chance shot. Lays it up and banks it in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Shaq with the screen. Outside Rose. Boozer inside. Guarded by Weber. Sinks the triple. Gay's got 5 points now this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Gordon a screen. Inside. Here's Weber. And he uses the glass on the layup. Weber's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I know how popular threes are in the NBA, but boy, you can't do better than those quality looks in the low post.
Rose kicks to Gay. O'Neal a screen on Irving. Back to Rose. Charlotte moving the ball around. And Shaq with the slam.
Look, Kevin, no one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Now Irving. Lopez a screen on Jones. Lopez a screen. Pass to Siegfried. Fires from deep. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And we've reached the end of the third. Hornets lead by 5. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sport. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's state.
man. As you can see, I got my go-to face on. And they can't chat when I got my go-to face on. Pull up at the show, I put my go-to face on. Feds on my case, but I got my go-to face on. As you can see, I got my go-to face on. And they can't chat when I got my go-to face on. Pull up at the show, I put my go-to face on. Feds on my case, but I got my go-to face on. I got my go-to face on. I got my go-to face on. I put my go-to face on. I got my go-to face on.
Girl, just choose a side. What is it that's so difficult for you to decide? You know it's do or die. Oh yeah, I wait for this. They don't know what I would risk. I paid the price for this. I would give my life for this. Yeah, she's bound to spend the night. She's barely put enough fight. I know this ain't right, but I'ma blame it on the lies. Crazy, baby, my swagger dangerous. You know that paper talk for me, that is the only language. You see the team I came with, we want it all for keeps. You talking crazy, get off of me. Oh yeah, Mayday, Mayday. Man down, drop tops. They heard no sounds, they know I'm king. Now where's my crown? I held it down, yeah, I held it down. How about on other? They know they never touching the 20 G's. I flip that. I got the game in my pocket now. Don't tell me you love me, girl, stop it now. I got the game in the now. They know they never gonna stop it now. Oh yeah, I wait for this. They don't know what I would risk. Paid the price for this. I would give my life for this. Yeah, she's bound to spend the night. She's barely put enough fight. I know this ain't right, but I'ma blame it on the lies. No, I'ma blame it on the ice. That's just part of life. All I ever wanted was to make it right. All I ever wanted was to change my life. Oh yeah, Mayday, Mayday. Another man that's down. God flow, that's mine. Back, she's mine. I risked it all. I did my time. Now let me live. God, let me shine. They wanna see me in 50 clip. I know they love me, they know I'm lit. You see me with it, you know it. Hopping out the foreign big body, young out here, and I'm getting rich. Running it up, never trust. Hating on me cause I'm in. Like, oh yeah, I wait for this. They don't know what I would risk. I paid the price for this. I would give my life for this. Yeah, she's bound to spend the night. She's barely put enough fight. I know this ain't right, but I'ma blame it on the life. Cause you're sweet.
Sabase, Wayase, run it up. All this, bag it up, then come right away.
Cause you're sweet.